Hey there, it's Dr. Susan Pierce Thompson, and welcome to the weekly vlog. Welcome to the Bright Line Eating Movement. I am super aware that this week, thousands of people have been introduced to Bright Line Eating who'd never heard of it before. And if that's you, I just want to say welcome, and this week's vlog is going to be for you. Every Wednesday for the last 8 years, and more, I have put out a weekly vlog. It's a video, and it also comes out in audio as a podcast that you can find wherever you listen to podcasts. And you can find the videos on our website at brightlineeating.com. You can also find them on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We post them pretty much everywhere. If you want to ever search for past vlogs, the easiest way to do that is probably on our website. If you go to brightlineeating.com and you click on vlog, there's a search bar there and you'll be able to search our past archive of literally hundreds of topics. So whatever you might be going through, I'm sure there's a vlog that addresses it. And this week, if you've been listening to the vlog, watching the vlog for a long time, and you wait for the email that comes to you, if you're on our email list, to say, hey, the vlog's out, go check it out, and you click on that link, you might notice that it took you somewhere different today. Instead of taking you to our website at brightlineeating.com, it's taking you to YouTube now. And that's a change that we made just as of this week. I was at a conference recently and got blown apart with, oh my gosh, how much we're not doing the right thing in terms of YouTube. YouTube, other than Google, is the most visited website in the world with 103 billion visits every month, 103 billion visits. Crazy. Like way more than any other website other than Google. And even Google's not that much more than that. It's kind of crazy. And I was looking at our YouTube channel and noticing that the Bright Line Eating videos on YouTube aren't getting played as much as would be expected from our audience, from, you know, the size of the people who know about Bright Line Eating, that number of people. And what I looked into that, and what I learned is, oh, YouTube is suppressing our videos because we don't have ads turned on. YouTube only makes money, of course, when people get exposed to ads on their platform. And because we had ads turned off, YouTube wasn't showing people our videos. Well, that's no good. So we're turning ads on. So if you get interrupted by an ad on YouTube, I'm sorry about that. And if it's a dumb ad that's like for, you know, some sort of crazy diet shake or something like that, just know we had nothing to do with that. We don't have any say. Hopefully it'll just be an auto insurance ad or something like that. But yeah, we had to turn that on so that people will get more exposure to the life-saving, life-changing message of Bright Line Eating. We are on a total mission here at Bright Line Eating, and literally and specifically, our mission is 1 million bright transformations by 2030. And the bright transformation is the entire physical, mental, emotional, spiritual change that happens to someone when they break free from the food chatter that's been dominating them, they shed their excess weight, and they gain in self-confidence, and the agency over their food translates into more integrity in other areas of life too. The structure of meal times translates into more available time for other things because they're not grazing all day long and snacking all day long. And suddenly this new life emerges that is brighter and more possible and more free and more full and more alive and more exciting and more calm and more clear and more soul-nourishing than anything they'd experienced before. And if you're watching or listening and you've had your bright transformation, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you're brand new here, you might be wondering, how do I have my bright transformation? It's very, very clear. There is a bright roadmap. It's a 2-year transformational process that begins with the Bright Line Eating Bootcamp. And this week, right now, this week, right now, registration is open for the Bright Line Eating Bootcamp. We only open it with a big launch 3 times a year. And right now is one of those weeks. So registration's only open, I think, for another couple days. So you need to look into that if you're at all interested. And even if you're not, there's a lot of free stuff happening right now. Like it's like an edutainment week. It's the food freedom videos, which are a series of 3 videos that explain the science of how the brain blocks weight loss, why literally all these people are trying to lose weight and they can't succeed at it. All about the specific foods that block weight loss in the brain, all about the specific approach to weight loss that is flawed, that leads to people regaining their weight over and over and over again, and about the specific things that certain people are doing differently, those people who keep their weight off. We have a population of people here in Bright Line Eating that I believe, I would argue, are the most successful weight loss maintainers in the world. And I'll have more data to back that up in just a short period of time here, because we're doing a 6-year follow-up study right now with people who started the Bright Line Eating Bootcamp back in October of 2017. And we're reaching out to them and collecting data. So I will be sharing about that in a future vlog coming up here soon. But there's a link down below this video for the event page of everything that's happening this week, assuming you're listening or watching in real time right here in October of 2023. Check out the link below, because that event page is going to have links to those videos, the food freedom videos. There's 3 educational videos, and then the 4th video explains the bootcamp in a lot of detail. And then there's also a link to a free webinar that I'm doing. I believe that webinar actually is tonight, but the replay will be happening as well for a few days until the bootcamp starts. That webinar is called Your Badly Behaving Brain: Why 3 billion people can't lose weight and what you can do differently. So you're going to want to check that out. And yeah, check out the event page down below. Now, I also just want to say that over the years here, it's been 9 years and some change since Bright Line Eating started. Over the years, I've published several books, and I just want to introduce you to the library of books we've got here. This is the first book, Bright Line Eating, and the whole Bright Line Eating movement grew out of a morning meditation session that I had. It'll be 10 years ago this coming January, where the universe told me in no uncertain terms, write a book called Bright Line Eating. And this book was published in 2017. It actually took a little while to get it out. It was 3 years after I had that morning meditation. But in those 3 years, the worldwide Bright Line Eating movement had mushroomed and exploded, and I was galloping after it, trying to catch up with it all and trying to write this book at the same time. So that's the first book. The second book came out shortly thereafter. It's the official Bright Line Eating cookbook. Amazing recipes in there. And then the third book is Resume, which is all about relapse, all about how not to relapse, what to do when you do relapse, what's the difference between a wobble and a relapse, and a framework that will inoculate you against relapse so that you can coast high above what we call the danger and destruction zone, where you're, in the ditch again with your food. So that's a really powerful book. And then just coming up next week, the 4th and last book, it won't be the last one, there'll be another one, but the 4th book, On This Bright Day, is being published literally next week on October 24th, 2023. And On This Bright Day is a daily meditation reader. So it's one of these books that has, a reading for every day of the year. A reading for every day of the year. 1 page for every day. And I just want to read you the entry for June 30th, because it's the topic of this vlog. June 30th is the Bright Line Eating movement. Every page of this book starts with a quote from someone. And the quote here is, "Most leaders are indispensable, but to produce a major social change, many ordinary people must also be involved." Anne Farrar Scott. Brightline eating is a growing worldwide movement of sustainable weight loss and recovery from food addiction. It is a fellowship of people who have acknowledged that the processed foods that comprise most of what people eat today warp our brains and hijack our ability to make empowered choices. As the reality of that truth spreads around the world, we become walking billboards signaling to others what is possible when you adopt a structured way of eating. We are shining testimonials that bright lines produce freedom, and that nourishing our bodies with food that feels aligned and supportive of our life force is a powerful way to live. You do not need to do anything to further the movement. You are already a part of it. Just show up as your beautiful self and be a walking testimony that life without processed foods is not only possible, but joyous. On this bright day, I welcome my role in spreading the Brightline eating movement around the world. Oh, so sweet. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the Brightline eating movement. We are on a mission and you are part of it. And if there's any way that I or my team can support you, we are here for you. We have 18 members of the Brightline eating team. We have people answering your comments and questions. You can write into support. After you get into the boot camp, we have coaches that support you in there all along the Bright roadmap. We have people managing the tech and managing the HR and doing the marketing and all of these things. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here to serve you. Let's see, is there any, I feel like there's something else I need to say. I'm just going to wait here for a second till it comes. I know that there's something. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Right now, the worldwide Brightline eating movement is a part of a bigger movement to help the world understand that food addiction is real and ultra-processed foods really do hijack the brain and cause addiction, not as a metaphor, but as a literal physical reality. And I'm part of a consortium of experts in the world who are working tirelessly to get food addiction recognized in the ICD and the DSM. These are the two main global handbooks that list all the mental disorders, including all the substance use disorders. And we're looking to get food addiction included in those manuals, as it should be. And we're looking to help the world understand that the global obesity pandemic isn't just about people being lazy and uneducated and needing to, eat less and exercise more, that it is the byproduct of the changes that have happened in our food system over the last 50 years and how the brain responds to processed foods. And I want to live in a world where when someone new moves into the neighborhood, you bring them fresh flowers, not foods that are going to worsen their heart disease, their diabetes, and that they might eat way more of than they intended that night, feeling out of control and ashamed, right? We don't need to be doing that to ourselves or to each other anymore. And I'm not here to stand for a world in which those foods don't exist or are forbidden or illegal or anything of the sort, right? But if we look at the change that we've made around cigarettes over the last 50 years, we can see a clear blueprint for where we need to go, right? It's not that they don't exist. It's that they're marginalized rather than central in our social structures, in our daily experience. And people who choose to partake can absolutely do so, but partaking isn't the norm, right? People aren't lighting up cigarettes in your home, in your office, all around you, in the elevator all day long, like they used to in 19, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? We've changed a lot in that regard. And that's what we're looking to see also with foods that are resulting in 63% of us dying too young and in pain from the foods that we're eating and the way we're living as a result of this toxicity, right? So if you have a brain that's especially sensitive to the pull of those addictive foods, I especially want to say welcome. It's possible that you've never before heard anyone explain to you how your brain works, how your brain is different than other brains, because not every brain is equally susceptible to these forces, to these influences, right? And if you have a brain that's highly susceptible, it might have been a hard, lonely road until now. But here you are, connected up with us. Welcome to the Bright Line Eating Movement. We are so, so, so glad you're here. Welcome. And that's the weekly vlog. There are links down below. There's one more thing I forgot to say. This book comes out next week. You have bonuses you can access right now so you can start reading it today. There's a link down below for that too. You go to onthisbrightdaybook.com, onthisbrightdaybook.com, and you can download all the October pages so you can start reading them today. If you pre-order your copy right now, Amazon, if you live in the United States, Amazon will make sure you have your copy on the publication date, sometimes even a day or two before that, which is exciting. And there's tons of other bonuses as well. If you get 5 copies, these are great holiday gifts. If you get 5 copies, you'll be able to join me for lunchtime lives all through publication week, starting next week. From noon to 1 Eastern, we'll share lunch together on Zoom, and I'll be talking with you, talking with some special guests. It's going to be super fun. So check out the website onthisbrightdaybook.com, pre-order your copy right now, and get all of your juicy bonuses. There's tons of them. The website has a list of them all, as well as get 5 copies and join me for those lunchtime lives next week. Next week is going to be off the hook with this book publication date. So that's super exciting too. I knew there was something else I had to talk about. Okay, now, that's the weekly vlog. Mwah! I'll see you next week.